as Viola, and she will prepare production design activities and location-based planning tools.
Should I start? Okay, good morning everyone. So I wrote this paper with Professor Mike Ayuglu, Laura Koskela, and Patricia Tsertsopoulos, and we are from the University of Huddersfield in UK. So we decided to start this paper because during the literature review about production system design, I saw many terms to refer to design activities, such as the production system design itself, the work structuring, and also the phase scheduling. And the same for the location-based planning tools. We have the line of balance, we have Flowline, we have the Takt-time Planning. However, the production system design activities, they have different features, use, and scopes that are not very clearly defined in literature. And the same for the location-based tools. They structure the work in different ways. So we want to clarify this difference between the production system design activities and between the location-based planning tools. And also we want to highlight the potential use of these tools for each one of these production system design. So the production system design, it occurs before the production act, and is the most basic form to mitigate the effects of variability on production systems. And it goes is to deliver the project, maximize the value, minimize the wastes. In this production system design, we make decisions about the whole project strategy. So we study different organizations of production. So we decide about the site layout, the main equipment we're going to use, the sequence, the construction sequence. So we also use work structuring to define to make some decisions. And one of the outputs of this activity is the production master plan. In the phase scheduling, it occurs during the production operation, but before the phase, as Flowline presented. It's also known the pool planning. It's a collaborative process of planning, so we need to have the subcontractors participating in the production planning. And they have the project phase, they have the milestones, and they have to pull the plan to meet the phase requirements. So it's a transparent process. They use a lot of post-its on the wall to be very visual, and also use the work structuring. In the work structure itself, it occurs or before the production system, the whole project, or during the production operation. At the beginning, in 1999, it was called as the production system design. However, it focuses a lot on the operations and the processes. So it breaks down the product and the process in work chunks or work packages, define the sequence of this work package, the crews, and also the handoffs between these work packages. So, reflecting on this literature, I could say that the work structuring focuses more on process, define work chunk, handoffs, the crews, the production units, and the workflow, and is used by the phase scheduling that focuses on the project phase. So we use the project milestones, the phase milestones involve the subcontractors, and it parts of something bigger, the production system design, that sets the strategy for the whole project. So the strategy plan, the equipment, site layout, construction sequence, and so on. And now comparing the location-based tools, we have the line of balance. We started being developed in the 1940s for the manufacturing industry. And first was based on the activity on arrow, which means the arrow is the task, so we focus more on the beginning, and the finish of the completion of the task is represented by two lines, and the line slope represents the delivery time. So we measure the delivery time after the completion of the task. And nowadays we see people using boxes. Inside the boxes they insert the cruise name, the cruise label. And the Flowline is derived from the line of balance, was developed during the 1970s. It's based on activity on node, like the CPM networks, so it focuses more on the relationship between the tasks, the precedence, and is represented by only one line, and this line is the production rate. So we can break the line to see the production rate of the cruise. And the Takt-time Planning, as Iris has explained, came from the lean manufacturing, from the Takt-time, and is used for the phase scheduling. So we have the demand rate, and we need to adjust the production rate according to the Takt-time. So all the tasks have the same Takt-time, and as we see here, most part of the Takt-time research uses the tasks coming from the top to bottom. But it's not a rule. Okay, so comparing, we can see that line of balance is focused on delivery rate. So we're gonna measure the rate after the completion of the activity. So we start measuring after the last day of the first activity and the last day of the last activity at the top. In the flow line, we start measuring the first day of the first activity and the last day of the last activity. So it's the production rate of the whole activity for all the locations. And the Takt-time is the Takt-time. So these tools use buffers differently. The line of balancing flow line, we put the buffers between the tasks, and the Takt-time Planning use the buffers inside the production capacity. So they balance the operations time, and the difference between the cycle time and the Takt-time is the buffer available. And also there are some flexibility in the line of balance for the production batch size. So we see in the first activity, you can do this activity using 4 location units, or 2 location units, or only 1 location unit. And the Takt-time use the same location for all the tasks in that phase. So concluding, we see that we have the production system design and the operation of the system. So to plan all this phase, we use the work structuring. And the location-based planning tools just represent how we have structured that work. So the line of balance and flow line, they are more flexible about the use of locations, batch size. So they use also estimation of based on the productivity of the tasks. So we don't need exactly the participation of the subcontractors. So we can use for the production system design, so before the operation. However, the Takt-time plan is a very collaborative process, so we need the participation of subcontractors. So that's why I include in the phase schedule, which occurs during the operation of the production system. That's it. Thank you.